Hello everyone, I want to demonstrate my program, the VM1. At first, make sure that all your of VM is not connected to the network. So in my implementations, it all using uh, internal network, internal network, and all with the name internal. Next to the VMs, this is VM1, the DNS, and VM2, the web server, VM3, the client, and VM4, the reverse proxy. So to test the program, firstly, I want to explain my code first before we jump out to the testing. So there are several implementations here. First is run client test. If we go to the implementation of the run client test, it will first check the DNS resolution. If we successfully check the DNS resolution, we can get by hostname target domain, which is www.example.local. The expected output of the result is the VM4 address, which is 192.168.140. Okay, if we successfully resolve the VM4 address, wait, next step is to make a request to that VM, which is reverse proxy. So if we see the implementations and make HTTP request, it will try to request to the URL, to that URL, and we catch the status code. If the status code is 200, then we successfully request to that address. So how do the VMs work? First, we have four VMs. The client will ask for VM1, which is the DNS, and asking what is the address of the reference proxy, which is the VM4. VM1 will give the VM4 address to the VM3, and VM3 can use that address to make a request to the reverse proxy, and then the reverse proxy will send the request from the client into the real web server, which is the VM2. Okay, that's the simple implementations. Next is the DSCP and manual IP configuration. Uh, we we can do four here: network configuration, and in the configure DSCP, it will flush the current IP first, and then search for the available IP with the subprocess. For the configure manual IP, we can just type the IP that we want, and then first flush, and then yeah, just add it to the query, to the queue, to the IP queue. And last is the firewall implementations, which is the six here. Where's the firewall? Okay, I've hard-coded the VM4 IP we know because we know the 40, and then we can just test some HTTP traffic, like HTTP traffic, the HTTP HTTPS, current IP access, blocked IP, and other target ports like 80, 443, 300, and 500. Okay, if we successfully test all, the firewall implementations is work. So we can see the proxy manager, This is the commands to add the rules for the firewall, like force reset, deny incoming, allow outgoing, activate TCP, SSH, allow from here, deny from 50, and deny from 60. Okay, that's all for the implementations. We get to the practical. So we can just run client.py, and then first we check what is the current IP, network configurations. Okay, we reset first. Okay, we can set manual IP. Okay, we get the 30 IP, so we can check the network configuration. Oh, but the DNS configuration is not set because of the timeout is not enough. So we do again set manual. Okay, we check for the, okay, it works. So if we do the resolution, it will return the 40, which is correct. And we can do HTTP request test, and it also successful. So the implementations of the system is correct. Next is we can do like the SCP. Okay, it took a little time. It will flash and search for the available IPs and then check for the network diagnostic. Okay, we can also type what we want, like set manual IP and then like 1 and maybe 70. We flash first and then going to that manual and check. Okay, not already. The DNS is the DNS configuration is not okay, works. Then we can do resolutions and yeah, and successful. So yeah, the implementations work. The next is to test the firewall, but I want to reset it to the default IP first. Okay, check. Okay, test the firewall. Okay, the output is the HTTP port is success, which is true, and then the ACT is blocked, true. HTTPS is blocked, true. And for the 50, I make some temporary IP, and it's true. It's the firewall is working, and testing target port 8080 is accessible, and the other port is blocked. So we also implement it correctly. So that's all for the implementations. Thank you and see you in the next time.